Let's start the show. It's Ryan knows. So kick back, relax, and let him guide your soul. Around the windy roads of life to take you high and low. Trials and tribulations and acquaintance you should get to know. So maybe let him in to get a better sense and open up your heart and your mind to find a better friend who's experienced a lot in life and isn't perfect. As he looks for purpose, a deeper meaning as we dreaming in between the circus and beneath the surface.
Hi, I'm Brian. And I still know Gavin.
Hi.
You can't talk yet. Have you not watched enough episodes where you can't talk until I
talk?
That's very rude.
I'm your guest.
This is welcome to Brian Knows Gavin Take 2.
Pretty cool.
This is what normal life is like with the son. All right, so I wanted to have you on because there's so many different things that you're into, right? Yeah. So we're going to get into in a second. What also you're into, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So don't spoil it yet.
I'm not.
I do like this little thing that Gavin brought in here. This is right here. This is Gavin's little Funko Pop we had made for him.
It looks pretty cool. It's outdated hair, but it still looks cool.
Right, you don't have the mullet now, so it works. I don't know if it works.
It works. We need to make a Funko Pop of you next.
Thank you.
You already have one, but.
No, I haven't. Well, the old one, yeah.
The one you got made, but
updated. Well, we'll get to it. All right. So we, first of all, I'm glad you're here.
Thank you.
So thank you for coming the way to the man shed.
Yeah, like a 5-second walk.
I'm running space to you right now here in the man shed.
Yeah.
you just got to back pay for all your space you use up in here.
Well, it's our shed. It's called Brian and Gavin's man shed.
It's mine.
It's right up there.
It's mine. You don't own any part of it.
Yeah, I do. Half of it's mine, half of it's yours.
Okay. All right. You got a point. You have a point. I get it. I like the little things. I like the little Hulk you added to this episode.
A spoiler.
I don't know what you're talking about. Okay. So right now we are getting into some pizza. Now this is this pizza right here is a frozen pizza that we buy at the Cobb Island Public Market. I love it because it's only $3.99. And it's good. So this was the cheese one that we added salami to because we didn't have any pepperoni to add. But you like salami. I like salami. So this works. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So let's cheers our first piece. Here we go. Got it. Cheers. Take the first bite. Get all up in that. Get all in the microphone. Not even that loud. Here you go. I'll show you how a professional does it.
Mm-mm.
Isn't it awkward when I stare at you?
I don't like it.
I like the salami on it.
It's good.
Now, normally we'll buy the cheese ones, and from there we'll add pepperoni or whatever. But normally it's pepperoni, right? Mm-hmm. You got something right there, other side. There you go.
Thanks.
Okay. All right. I'm starving. I know you're starving.
I'm starving. I haven't eaten anything.
You've had nothing today.
Except a goldfish. One singular goldfish.
Excuse me, one singular. Why'd you have one goldfish?
Because there was one left in a bag at kids' church, and I wanted it.
So you had one.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Before we get started, we did have. I do want to have a moment of silence. I know that's probably not typical for a podcast, but there was a horrible tragedy that happened.
Mm-hmm.
At the Reagan National Airport a couple days ago, and there were lives that were lost. So we're going to have a quick moment of silence to just remember those. We did lose some people from Charles County here. Mm-hmm. So just have a quick moment of silence and just think about them and their families right now. Okay. All right.
That was nice.
So it did affect some of the people that we know. Some of their family was on that horrible plane accident. So we are thinking about you. So yeah, that's a difficult time.
Yeah.
But I did want to talk about that. But I do want to talk about also is what you're into. Another thing that you're into, and one of those things is Marvel movies. Right?
Mm-hmm. I love Marvel. I've always loved Marvel.
So like you're not a comic book kid. I mean, I know you like the graphic art to it.
Yeah.
You enjoy finding out things about it and reading online about it, but you really get into the movies. Also, you know, a take off of the movies is the Legos, and we'll talk about those too. So especially like the Marvel Legos, you get into, that's where the little
Lego
Hulk's
Hulk.
from. So when it comes to the Marvel movies, when do you think that you started getting into it? How old do you think you were?
4 or 5, probably 4.
And it was with Spider-Man or Iron Man?
It was with Avengers. It wasn't with any of those. It was with the first Avengers movie I watched, and then I got into all that. It wasn't Iron Man. It wasn't Iron Man. It was the first Avengers movie I watched with you and Mom's. I think when it came, like a month or two after it came out.
At the old house.
Yeah, at the old house, and then I just got into it. I remember that. I just started to kick it off, and then I went through DC phases, but I liked Marvel more because Marvel's on top.
So I mean, we're gonna keep it on Marvel, but out of DC, who was your favorite character?
Cyborg.
Cyborg, yeah. So Teen Titans Go was on all the time, even to the point where I would watch it. Right, I liked it. You know, I was love when Beast Boy was saying like waffle, 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 right, and to the point where was it Night Begins to Shine, and I would play to the cards of the fact that you would get embarrassed that I was playing it as much as I was, but that's, you know, it is what it is.
He's a nerd like that.
It is a good song though. Anyway, so Cyborg was your favorite DC. Okay, that's enough DC talk. That's fine.
Let's do Marvel now. Marvel's
okay,
better.
right. So your first for Marvel superhero wise, I remember the first one that you were into, like for the hero, was Captain America, correct? And then it kind of went from Captain America
to Iron Man.
to Iron Man. And where's it at right now?
It's in between. I just like all the characters.
Okay.
But I have 2 favorite characters, which one we can get into talk about a whole different things.
Okay.
One I recently got into from news that's been happening in me. I'm going to bring up the comics for a second. But from looking into comic books of what he has done is really interesting, which is Doctor Doom.
Mm-hmm.
He's been on the news. I'm going to bring up Fortnite, but he was in the old Fortnite season that came out.
Mm-hmm.
And with our Robert Downey Jr.
Please don't hit the tail.
Robert Downey Jr.
You're
playing
gonna get
him.
fired. I'm gonna kick you out. You're never gonna be able to come in here again.
With Robert Downey Jr. playing with him. Excuse me. It's been on the news a lot with him. What's going to happen with him?
So did that spark your interest more? I mean, I know you liked Doctor Doom before, but did that spark the interest more, knowing that Iron Man was going to be Doctor Doom?
Which I don't know what they're going to do, but I have an idea what they're going to do, which
let's
would
not get
be
into
cool.
Spoilers yet.
I'm not.
So you stand right now. You go back between Iron Man and Captain America. Mm-hmm. There's not one that you
Iron Man's better. By
okay,
far,
that's what I was about to say. As your father, you always go back to Iron Man.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But with the new Captain America movie coming out, you got really excited. Also, plus Red Hulk, right? Mm-hmm. I'm not sure how I feel though about Harrison Ford being Red Hulk, but it looks
strange.
good. It looks good. Nothing against you, Harrison Ford. I'm excited for you, but it's just not. That's not who I thought would play the character of Red Hulk. But maybe I'm completely wrong because I'm not into the MCU.
Yeah, that's the cinematic universe, the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Okay, I never knew what it stood for.
Except like the old X-Men movies, which are kind of relatable, not really, but a lot of like the Marvel movies of, like like the Avengers.
Why don't you drink some water? Because
Yeah.
you're like having a hard time.
Yeah.
I'm just talking there.
like the Marvel, like the main Avengers movies, the Iron Man movies, the Thor movies, the Captain America movies. That's all MCU.
Okay.
Which I follow a lot of the Avengers storyline because I love Avengers.
Right.
Avengers Captain America Civil War is my favorite.
That's a great one.
Because you get to see something different, that they fight each other other than them fighting villains.
Yeah, but see, I didn't like them being against each other.
I did. I liked.
I like how you were about to say something and shove a piece of pizza in your mouth.
One of the scenes I liked in Captain America Civil War. I've watched it maybe 20 times. I don't know. I just really like it. I watch it back and forth all the time. But excuse me.
Whoa, what was that? Man.
My tummy. It's when Black Widow and Hawkeye are fighting, and they say, "Are they still friends?"
Mm-hmm.
Which gives me an understanding that they're doing this so they have like superhero rights, which I really like that. I don't know why. I've always liked that. But Captain America Civil War is my favorite Marvel movie out of all of them. And then my second's Endgame. I don't know.
So when we watched Endgame, you seemed very excited for the fact that Falcon was turning into Captain America. Mm-hmm. Right. So I had a hard time with that for the fact of like I knew Chris Evans as Captain America just in regards to in regards to the movies. I knew nothing about the comics. So but for the movies, that's who I knew to be Captain America. So for there to be a new Captain America, that was a little weird for me. Mm-hmm. But I love Falcon. So it makes sense for Falcon to be that, but that comes from the comics, right?
Yeah, but
I'm gonna put some red pepper, red chili flakes.
The thing is
on this pizza
about that happening. I would rather have Bucky playing Captain America.
I would rather not him. What's in the comic, right?
No, it is.
Oh,
so the comic book doesn't relate to one storyline. There's multiple storylines.
Because of the multiverse?
No, just in general.
Okay,
well, yeah, that too. But in general, there was one thing, like there's one universe that Falcon became Captain America, and then another universe where Bucky became Captain America. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Okay. Where Bucky became Captain America, which I really like that because his suit looks awesome. It's like his suit.
You just like it because of how the suit looks?
No. And as he is as Captain America.
Okay.
But then there's another version where they're both Captain Americas.
You got two Captain Americas at one time?
Yeah.
Is one bad, one good?
No,
They're both good?
Yeah.
No, double the shield, double the power. I didn't think it was that funny, but I'm glad you laughed at it. Who's your favorite villain in Marvel?
Dr. Doom or Ultron.
Okay, so in the Avengers that Ultron's in, you loved him. Like, you loved the fact
I love that movie. Him. I love how they did it. Mm-hmm. That movie's a very controversial movie.
Why?
Because a lot of people don't like it. I don't know why, but I really like that movie. It's one of my favorite. It's my third favorite Marvel movie.
Did you know that the original voice for Ultron was supposed to be Pee Wee Herman?
No, it wasn't.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, totally.
That was going to be a lot more funny. I do like, which I think is the freakiest time you ever hear the song I've Got No Strings from Pinocchio, is a fact. Like where they use it in the movie, like it just makes it really eerie.
Yes.
That kind of gives me ideas for Halloween, maybe.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Like, we could get Chuck Markle to get on it and mess with the track or something. I don't know.
That would be cool.
It's an idea. Anyway. Okay, so you those are your favorite villains, but you don't know how much you're gonna love Dr. Doom. You're assuming that, correct? Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Just because it's Robert Downey Jr. Mm-hmm. Okay. What's your favorite weapon out of like the shield, the hammer?
That's
what would
hard.
you say? I mean, so like we know Captain America, Iron Man,
Thor.
Those are your favorite. Right? Those are your favorite heroes. Mm-hmm. But out of the different weapons that they use, what would be your favorite one? Because you've gone back and forth through the years.
No, okay. I really like Thor's axe. That's one I really like.
And I'm more of his hammer.
Yeah, but I like how he uses it in there. Like he has like
how does he use it?
Like an end game. It's like when he's holding the hammer and the axe, and he's trying to like kill Thanos. It's
Okay.
really cool.
I see. I just don't remember him
Like he
using
like
an axe.
he uses the hammer and uses the axe and puts it together and just uses lightning to strike him. It's
Okay.
really cool.
Quick question about Ant-Man. Do you like him better big or small or normal?
Big. I don't know. I've always
You like
liked
it when he's like
him.
gigantic.
Yeah.
What's that name? Is there like a special name?
Giant Man.
Oh, Giant Man. Oh, because Ant-Man. Giant Man. That makes sense. Okay. I wasn't thinking about that. Out of the Marvel movies that you get into, you said that Civil War is one of your favorite ones.
Civil War is my favorite.
Which one's your least favorite Marvel movie that you've seen so far? And would you put Marvel movies, would you consider the ones that come out like She-Hulk, Loki, Hawkeye, would you consider those movies, or those are you putting on a different level? He's still chewing, folks, for the audio listeners.
It's mixed. Like, I watched all of She-Hulk. I hate She-Hulk. That's one.
I liked it.
But my least favorite Marvel movie is The Marvels. I hate that.
I didn't even know
it's
that was a name.
with Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel, and then another girl. But I hate that.
Okay.
It was terrible.
All right. So if we didn't consider that part of the movies, because
Yeah.
it's like a weekly movie, what's your least favorite movie? Which one where you're like, not
Marvel
saying you
movie?
hated it. Yeah, not saying you hated it, but
Well,
Excuse me.
The Marvels is terrible. That
was a movie.
Yes.
Oh.
That was a movie. I despised it. Like I watched it because I'm trying to complete all the Marvel movies, which I've completed all the Marvel movies officially by like the other day.
Okay.
I watched like my last one was like Thor: The Dark World. I didn't like that.
What'd you think about Thor Ragnarok?
I really like that. That's
Okay.
one of my favorites. Also.
We're gonna jump around. So Spider-Man. Okay, you got three
That-
Spider-Mans.
That just
Spider-Mans.
did a totally turn.
All right, that's okay. We're in the MCU.
Yeah.
Okay, your three Spider-Men.
What is
Someone's
that?
right. I don't know. It's Cobb Island. For the Spider-Man, who is your? Let's go in order, like a 3-2-1 order. Like 3 being your least favorite. Not saying you don't like them. 3 being your least favorite. Who's number 3?
This is gonna be very
Actor-wise.
controversial.
Well, I don't. I mean, is it
Tom
controversial?
Tom Holland. Tom Holland's my third.
All right, so I'd put him at number 1. Just saying.
No.
Okay. Tom Holland's number 3. He's number 2.
Andrew Garfield. And then, yeah, I like.
And so then number 1 is Jerry Maguire.
No,
Show
yeah,
me the money.
No, Tobey Maguire. But I
Same
really,
person.
he's my favorite Spider-Man. I've always liked him. He's my favorite
So that's your favorite move? Like,
Spider-Man.
yeah, the Spider-Man movies, not like No Way Home or.
Oh wait, No Way Home's my favorite out of all the Spider-Man movies, and then
Okay.
it's Tobey Maguire's first movie.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm trying to pick one from each of the characters. And then Andrew Garfield's second movie.
Okay.
I like the suit more. I like the villains more. Yeah.
Okay. It was pretty awesome seeing them together in one movie.
It was cool. And I like them doing the meme. Have you seen that? Where they
No, I
point
don't
at each
do
other?
Memes, Gav.
No. Okay. They point at each other. I think we have a sticker somewhere here. I don't know. We
Yeah.
might.
We got a couple stickers.
We have like.
There's a lot that the camera doesn't pick up, so
Like this. We're gonna have to show like a whole video of the full shed.
people really don't care.
Why?
Because it's
I-
our shed. It doesn't matter
I
to them.
care,
It
I
matters
care.
to us. Right, but you know where things are.
Yeah.
I still am trying to have our thing. I had Bobby that was on the episode, on the podcast. He said, you got a lot of Funko Pops. And I said, yeah. He said, but you don't have Swamp Thing. I said, I know I do. And I can't find it. So it might have fallen
it's
behind the
somewhere- no,
couch.
it's
I think it
somewhere
fell
up
behind
there.
the couch at one point.
It might have.
I know
don't
I have
know. We'll
it.
have to
I know.
look.
I mean,
But
your mom
I was-
even said,
I
she's
was-
like, I know you have Swamp Thing.
I was the one that bought it and they gave it to you.
Swamp Thing?
I had it because I just thought the Swamp Thing looked cool.
Oh.
I bought a Funko Pop and I just thought it was cool because it was green. I don't know.
Sure it was a
I thought-
Toxic Avenger?
No, I thought no. I thought it was Hulk. That's why I bought it.
Mm. Okay. Marvel. What's your favorite Funko Pop Marvel that you have?
That I have is the Hulkbuster. I love that. I have the original Age of Ultron Hulkbuster,
Yeah.
which you
That was
and
hard
Mom
to
got
find.
me,
Yeah, that was hard for us to find.
which I still have that whole collection. The Hulk's up there. I gotta get him. But
So, what's your favorite? No, that's a bigger Funko Pop, by
it's
the way.
like this big, probably.
I feel like your hands keep getting bigger. I caught a fish. This anyway. So what do you have a favorite one that you want that you don't have?
Yes.
What's that?
I have two that I want. I want the one of Iron Man snapping. He has his. Well, he's not.
You
snapping,
showed me that the other day.
And then the one of Captain America with Mjolnir, which
Okay.
is the hammer,
Okay.
Thor's hammer, which
Alright.
looks really cool. Those are the two I want the most
Okay.
for my shop. Because a while ago, well, not a while ago, I bought, kind of getting the Lego. I bought this really cool Marvel Lego set, and I want to have two Funko Pops right by it, and I think those would be the best ones to have there.
Okay.
Because I have two Funko Pops already there, which is the Quantum Realm Iron Man one in his like Avengers suit, and then I have the Age of Ultron Thor one,
Okay.
which I want to get two main ones to have there.
Okay.
But I think those would be the perfect ones to have there.
If we talk about the superheroes, we talked about the villains. Do you have a favorite duo? Like when these two people or
Yes.
three people, so it
Yes.
might not just be a duo, are together, who are they?
It's Iron Man and War Machine. Those are that's my two favorites.
So you like it when they're fighting
My
with
favorite
each other?
there was
I mean, but
yeah.
together. Okay.
My favorite scene was in, I think it was Iron Man 2. I'm trying to think. Yeah, Iron Man 2. They were fighting these big robots and they teamed up and it was like Iron Man on one side and War Machine on the other, and they were rotating and it was
Okay.
really cool. Like he was using his like missiles and stuff, and Iron Man was like using these little missiles on his back. It's really cool.
Okay. What's your favorite fight scene out of the Marvel movies?
Endgame.
So
Endgame.
it's that the main
That's-
scene.
Yeah, and Endgame. That's
So I
there's
loved
no-
it.
There's no other choice.
I loved it. I loved it in Endgame when all the women showed up.
Yeah, that's a very
No,
yeah,
I thought it was awesome. I
liked
really did. Like we were in the theater, we saw it when it came out.
Mom freaked out.
Like it was
She thought it
exciting.
was
Like
cool.
I thought that was a super cool scene.
My favorite scene in Endgame was when Captain America was like about to, like, all the Avengers were down and he was about to die. Like you could tell he was struggling because you see when he
had to go to
wants
the
to keep
bathroom real bad.
when he wants to keep fighting, you see him. He has a giant gash on his arm, and you see him puts his shield back on. It's half broken, and tights the strap to hurt him. Like I don't know why he did that, but it's like so he can like fight him. And then you see in the back,
Just
like
stop blood
has-
from coming out.
Yeah,
That's probably
yeah,
why.
but you see blood coming from his like all over his face, and then he hears something that says on his left, and then Falcon comes out of a portal, and then all the Avengers come out, and then that's when the
So that's when you got super
Yeah,
stoked for that. Okay.
and I still watch Avengers Endgame now from then, and I freak out on that because it's still my favorite scene.
Okay.
Like I watched a while ago when I was over at a friend's house, I watched Avengers Endgame. It was my friend's first time watching it. Jackson, shout out to Jackson.
Oh Lord, here comes the
I'm only gonna
shout-outs
say it.
again.
I'm
Oh
only
my
gonna say it
gosh.
once.
Okay.
But we were watching it, and my other friend went to sleep, and Jackson and me were watching. We were up watching, and I was about to fall asleep, and we were at that scene, and he didn't know what was gonna happen, and he freaked out, and I was like, "Bro,
Oh
this
yeah,
is
of
my-"
course. So
I
he
was
knew
like,
nothing about
No,
it.
he's never watched it. The only thing he knew was spoilers. Iron Man died. Only thing he knew,
Okay.
and he freaked out when that happened. I was like,
So,
"Bro,
so
this is
that's
my."
so that's one of the hard things that when me and Mom are watching these movies is that you've already seen what these spoilers are.
I know, but
So-
like it's hard. Because I freak out because this is like my first time seeing it.
Right, but you know what they are, so you'll say to Mom and I, "Oh, here it comes,
Because I
and we
get
don't
excited.
know. I get that, but I wish for your sake you didn't look at the spoilers. That way, you got excited like me and Mom are when we watch this stuff with you. So that way, it's just more exciting that way. I'm just
The
saying,
thing
but
is,
I get it.
I don't do it on purpose. I'm on YouTube, and the first thing I see is a spoiler.
Okay.
So it's
Well,
not.
Maybe you should stay off of YouTube.
That's what I'm
Okay,
going to
I'm
do.
not saying that.
That's
I'm
what
not
I'm
saying
no.
that YouTube
That's
people.
that's
I'm
what
just
I'm going to
saying
do
for spoilers.
when the 2 Avengers movies, the new ones come out, Avengers Doomsday, which I'm really excited about that, and Avengers Secret Wars. Those are the 2 new movies that are coming out.
One of these getting released.
Like 2027, I think.
Okay.
2026, 2027. I'm going to stay off YouTube till I watch that movie because I do not want to get
Alright.
anything spoiled.
Me and Mom will hold you to that.
Because I want to watch it on opening night with Jackson.
Okay.
Because we already said to each other, if any Marvel movie we want to watch comes out in theaters, we are going to see it together.
Okay. I get
it's
it.
not going to be.
I mean, it's fun to watch that stuff with friends. I totally get that.
When I watched, there was this movie called If. The ending part was really good, and I was like, holy
If was
crap.
If is a great, not was, is a great
it's
movie.
a great movie. But we watched it. Jackson was like, "This happens." I was like, "Yeah, I didn't know this," and it was so cool.
See,
No,
that's
because
why
I
you
didn't.
don't want to.
I didn't spoil myself for that.
Okay, well, good. I'm glad
but it was
to
a
hear
very good movie. I thought it was good.
Yeah, no, I liked it, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about Marvel
Marvel.
movies. Okay, what Marvel movies coming up are you the most excited about? When we come out? So this episode will be coming out soon, but it doesn't matter to you guys. You guys don't care. But just talking to Gavin, when is Captain America out now?
No, we're watching it on release day. It's the 15th, I think.
So it comes
14th
out
or 15th.
February.
It's
Okay.
coming out on Valentine's Day, and we're going to see it.
Okay, so this episode will come out before then. Okay, so that's exciting.
But the 2 movies I'm most hyped for is the Fantastic Four movie coming out, which I'm so excited because there's rumors going over. I'm not going to say them because I don't want to spoil it for people.
Don't.
But there's a really cool rumor going around, and I hope it is because it would be so cool. And Avengers Secret Wars.
I don't know nothing about that.
So it's Avengers Doomsday is supposed to come out, and then Avengers Secret Wars is coming out. But they have a comic book that's already came out years and years ago, probably when you were little.
Okay.
But it came out, and a lot of people reference off it, and how they're setting up one of the characters, which is Spider-Man. So he's in Secret Wars. He is supposed to. I don't know if you know what it's called. It's the black suit, Spider-Man's black suit.
I've seen it.
Have you watched?
Didn't Tobey Maguire wear one? Okay.
He's supposed to get that in that movie, and Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire are supposed to come back and fight him.
Oh.
So the 3 main Spider-Man are supposed to, except Tobey and Andrew aren't supposed to fight each other.
I thought you just said you're not going to give any spoilers.
No, this isn't a spoiler. We don't know if this is going to happen, but I hope this happens. I hope.
Okay.
You can hear the dog. I hope this happens.
Okay.
But they're supposed to fight each other, which would
Oh.
be really cool because I would love to see that. And it's supposed to be a giant, because what we're in, and after Endgame this stopped, was called the Infinity Saga. Now we're in the Multiverse Saga.
So they could just keep going and going and going.
But I'm pretty sure after Secret Wars, it's going to stop.
Okay.
And then there's going to be another saga, but I'm pretty sure they're saying that the X-Men after Secret Wars and Doomsday and that stuff, it's supposed to be a different saga, but it's going to be basically rebooting the MCU.
Okay.
But people are saying X-Men is going to be the main protagonist from Avengers. So
that's
X-Men's
cool. Okay.
like Wolverine, Deadpool, all them are supposed to they're gonna still remember all the Marvels.
There's that. There's Captain America that's about to get released.
I'm excited about that.
There's going to be
Fantastic
Four, Doctor Doom, right?
Doomsday, Secret Wars.
Okay. What other ones that you know of that you're looking forward to?
There's which it's been delayed. I don't know when they're gonna come out, but it's supposed to be a Blade movie, a new one with
Blade.
Blade
With Wesley Snipes.
No, a new guy. I don't know. I don't know his name.
I feel about that. Okay.
And there's supposed to be another Doctor Strange movie coming out.
Okay.
I'm watching a TV show right now, which is really good. It's Spider-Man's freshman year. I watched the first 2 episodes.
This is the new one that came out. Okay.
It reminds me of the X-Men 97 TV show, like style, with Across the Spider-Verse.
Okay.
It reminds me of those two styles mixed together. You guys can disagree with me, but I
didn't say it. I haven't seen it.
But it's really good.
All right, so I want to get into. Thank you for sharing all that. I want to get into Marvel Legos, right? So you geek out about them, which I love that. Me and Mom love that. Recently, you got some new Legos that had happened
Really cool.
for Christmas, and then some of the Christmas money you had.
Yeah, I bought 2 sets from that.
And those were?
I bought the Civil War Airport Battle, which
Okay.
the new one. There's an old one that came out. Which that was my dream set when I was little, and I finally got the remake.
Okay.
I like the older one better, but this is cool. They have a cool design for Ant-Man. It's a giant man. They have the main 6 Avengers. Well, not all of them. They don't have Thor or Hawkeye or Hulk. So
Okay.
the other Avengers.
Okay.
But it's just really cool. And then the other one, I got three of them. That one, and then I bought this little tiny mech. The only reason I bought it was because I had a really cool Ultron figure, and he's one of my favorite villains.
Okay.
And I really wanted a comic book Ultron figure,
Mm-hmm.
which looks sick in my custom display I did, which
Right.
I'll get to that in a minute. And then I have this really cool one, which I was bringing it up earlier, is the Marvel logo as a Lego set.
Right. Yeah.
which
No,
is
it's cool. That's the one you got
At the
more
Lego
recently.
store.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, but it's really cool.
So what do you like about Marvel Legos? I mean, so you've done other Legos, since you were smaller. What is it about? Is it because you it's like you're reliving what you're seeing in the movies? Is
Yes.
it the fact? Okay. I mean,
It's that, and sorry to interrupt you.
no, you're fine.
It's just the figures. The figures are a big
No,
part
you
of
get
it.
excited
because
about the
figures
minifigs.
are all I'm waiting right now because my friend has sent me this picture. There's this new one supposed to come out. I want it so bad, and I'm gonna get it. I know for a fact I will.
Oh.
But I want to add on to it. It's gonna be the Avengers Endgame final battle.
Okay.
But it's supposed to come out with like 3 or 4 new figures, like a new Iron Spider figure. Supposed to have Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, all them.
See, sometimes, and your mom agrees with me. I think you're more excited just to getting more of the minifigs.
I am. But I like the sets too. Like
But
I have
see-
I have a whole shelf filled of sets right now.
But folks, what you have to understand is Gavin's going to say more while we're recording this podcast about it than he will if he was talking to us. Just saying.
Yeah, I would. So it gives
So
some
that's we
ideas.
just need to record more episodes to find out more about Gavin.
Yeah, I really
Yeah, so
like
me
that.
and mom know for a fact.
Yeah.
Don't say anything smart.
No,
I'll tell your mom what you said.
I'm not saying
She's
anything
going to know. You're in
Not
trouble.
saying that. She'll
You're on
watch the
restriction.
podcast.
Yeah.
There is one dream set that I want though.
I already know what this one is. Tell everybody.
It's too expensive.
Well, just say what it
It's
is.
the $500 Lego Avengers tower.
And it's awesome looking. We've seen it. But
I've
that's
seen
just
it in
a
person.
lot of money. I mean,
I know, but it's worth it because
You know, at least a rake.
one with the figures. It comes with almost I think 33
I
figures.
know, but $500 is $500. That's a lot of money.
you see how
I mean,
big
that's
it is?
that's a lot of birthdays, a lot of Christmases.
Yeah.
I mean, your 16th birthday is coming up. It's either you get something like that, maybe,
Or
no
just
car.
yeah.
I mean, and no car.
I don't need a car. I don't need a
Okay,
car right
you
now.
guys heard it right
I
now.
don't
Gavin
need
doesn't need a
right now.
car. All right.
I want a car. but
Okay,
I don't
anyway,
need a
we
car.
don't need to get into that. But I'm
Um,
just saying, a $500 Lego is a lot. But I get if it's something you want, you work hard towards. Not saying that that's not impossible. You work towards stuff, you make money. That way you can put that aside to build that up, build that
And then-
bank up so you can buy it. I get it. I mean, that's fine. It's
Yeah.
just I
It's a
don't like
lot
the
of
fact
money.
that they charge so much for that.
I
when
understand why.
Everybody
because,
wants to have that.
Well, because one,
Sorry,
there's
my nose is running.
there's a lot of exclusive figures. There's one figure that is really cool, and it's the Vision figure. We haven't had a Vision in a while, right?
Yeah.
But this one, since Infinity War sets, we haven't had one.
Mhm.
But this Vision has it's so cool.
There's a dog trying to get in.
It's Teddy probably.
We're gonna need to speed this up
yeah,
a little
sorry.
bit. Just no, you don't
So
apologize.
It's his bottom half is clear,
Mm-hmm.
making him
It's-
making him like phase through. It
Gavin's
looks
dog
really
trying to
cool.
get in.
Yeah, he's big.
Okay.
It looks like he's phasing through stuff, and his cape is printed too, so it makes it look like he's phasing through
Okay.
stuff.
Okay, gotcha. All right. Thank you for sharing all that. I appreciate
yeah,
that.
of course.
All right. What'd you think of the pizza?
Very good. I like the salami. It was kind of salty, and it was good.
Yeah,
I
it
like
did add to it. This is a very good cheap pizza. I mean, not to just say it's cheap, but it is a cheap pizza, and it's. I mean, I like it. I like that it's a thin crust. It has a crispiness to it, but it does have some flavor. The marinara sauce isn't too overpowering. You can add to it. Next time we'll add anchovies because you love anchovies.
No, I hate anchovies.
Whatever.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Well, thank you. Okay, so we have talked about things that you like to make, right? And you go through phases. Your favorite thing to make are your at-home subs,
Yeah, I try to like mimic Jersey Mike's and Subway.
right?
Like,
Okay.
has to be certain turkey, has to be certain cheese, like all
So
that.
what have you been obsessed with lately in what you've been making?
Subs.
So it stayed that way.
It's a turkey, provolone, and mayonnaise. Sub.
Yeah, but you're not just like you're putting it on a hoagie and you're toasting it, right? Like it has
Yeah, I
to be
broil
toasted.
it.
You
Yeah, I
always
don't
broil
like-
it. Yeah.
And I always dry off the turkey. I don't know why. I always do that because anytime we get turkey, it's always really soggy. I don't know why. It's always wet.
Soggy turkey.
Yeah, soggy turkey.
Okay, I know. I get that. Sometimes you have to do it. It does it with ham. Like we have the ham inside right now. It's a deli sliced one, and it's great, but it's like super wet.
Yeah, I don't like ham. I've never liked
Why don't you like about ham? But you like ham and pineapple, or you like bacon and pineapple?
I like bacon.
Okay.
I don't like
That's
ham.
on
I don't know
pizzas.
why I don't like ham.
No, that's
Just-
fine.
I just never did.
All right. So we also talked about last time you're on here your secret meal. If no one knew what you were getting, right? And you talked about the food, but I want to change it up a little bit. I want to talk about your favorite secret dessert.
Ooh.
Okay. So like you're in a grocery store, you're picking up stuff, or it could be a place like DQ or wherever, and you're getting something.
I already know what I want.
What is that?
Big tub
A tub.
like this big, and it's gonna hurt my stomach the next
There's
day.
no way you're eating that.
Of Oreo brand ice cream. It's
They make
delicious.
it?
Yes.
Yes.
I
Have
got
you
it.
had it?
Yes, I went to a friend's house for a week. One of
Mhm.
my friends, Spencer. He's really cool. I'm not gonna say, but I went there and they were asking us, "Hey, do you want ice cream? What do you want?" I said, "Hey, can I get some cookies and cream?"
Mhm.
And they got an Oreo brand one, like this big. I think they still have it in their freezer. And it was delicious. There's big chunks of Oreo in it,
Mm.
and then like the cream is like
Okay.
the Oreo cream is mixed in the ice cream to give that like good taste.
I like the fact that it has the good taste. I like the fact that it has the cream mixed with it. That's a good idea. I mean, I like Oreos. I like them a lot.
But I can't eat them like a lot.
You know what would be good? Pop-Tart ice cream.
I
If
bet
it
you
had that
exist.
strawberry, if
Have
it
you-
had that strawberry swirl
Have
in
you
it.
heard of the ranch ice cream? It's a
We're not
ranch
talking.
ice
That
cream.
is disgusting.
And somebody tried to dip it in a buffalo chicken wing, and it was really good.
No,
I'm not
there's no
trying
way.
that.
Do you remember where Mom and I tried to joke you and make it look like we gave you ice cream, but it was scoops of cold mashed potatoes? Do you remember that? We even put
Was it at the
sprinkles on
old
it.
house?
No, it was here. It was here. You were on the phone with Kiki at the time, and we gave it to you.
Kiki.
and yeah, you didn't think that was funny. All
I
right.
remember that.
Well, thank you for sharing that. I do have a gift for you. You have got one before, but this time it's in a brand new container. Let me see that container right
That's
here.
a pretty cool container,
Right, look-
man.
I mean, look at this.
Oh, I hit the mic.
Yeah, that's okay. I've already done it.
Pretty cool
There's a
container.
Lego skeleton head. Look at that. Isn't that super cool? It was on
Pretty cool,
clearance at
yeah,
the Lego
it
store.
was pretty cool.
So you get another BKB. Every guest gets a BKB. So reach in, don't look, see what color you get.
All light
Let's
blue.
see.
Oh, I got yellow
You got yellow.
again.
Jack got his. Got a yellow one last time.
I got a yellow one.
And Jack's
again.
is somewhere in here. He lost his BKB
Okay,
because
well,
he forgot it. Why don't you show the camera real quick before you put it away? Trim your little
I'm gonna
BKB.
put this in my school bag.
There you go. Perfect. All right. All right, down to business real quick. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for listening. Make sure you subscribe and like the podcast here on YouTube. Also, if you are listening on your favorite podcast platform, make sure you subscribe. That way you're notified of new episodes and that you give it 5 stars because Gavin says high five.
High five.
I want you to say high five.
High five.
Better. Make sure you tell your friends about the podcast, the video on YouTube, and on all the podcast platforms. That way, other people know about the things that I have, about the people that I have on this podcast. The whole reason I do this podcast is that it's a passion project, so other people can know about the people that I know. I love hearing everyone's stories, and I love sharing those stories. So tell your friends. Tell your friends. Tell everybody. Tell the people you don't like. Or tell your person that works at your market to listen to Brian Knows.
Yeah, Brian Knows.
Okay, be quiet.
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
Make sure you leave a
Dun-dun.
comment. I'd love to say hi to you, as long as it's nice. If you're mean, you're not getting a hi. And last but not least, in show notes, check out the show notes. There's a link to the store. It's got Brian Knows merch on there. There's a new shirt design there with the brain and the friends shaking hands. Gavin bought 3 each.
I brought like 45 of them. That's my new wardrobe. It's coming in tomorrow. Whatever. I have all the colors.
What are you on your phone right now?
No,
I thought you were like looking at a phone.
No,
like you
I'm
text the
doing
mom.
weird-
She
no.
knows we're in the shed.
No, I'm doing weird things with my feet. I don't
You're
know.
always I don't know what to tell about. Tell
my
about.
bad.
Tell about that.
My bad.
So Maryland talk right there.
Yeehaw.
Gav, thanks for coming on. This is Brian Knows Gavin take 2. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Brian knows, yeah, Brian knows. Good food, good ideas, that's how it goes.
Normally, this is when the guest will finish eating their food, but we ate all that, so we can't do that. So look into the camera real quick and say, "I'm Gavin, and Brian knows me."
I'm Gavin, and Brian.
So never mind. You got cut off. Bye. Say bye, everybody.
Bye.
One bite.